All right, let's get it going. Welcome. Actually, I don't want to do that. Hold on. That's not the way I want to start this. Let's start this over. Welcome to the 131 zone, where we access the past while in the present to see our future. This is the Q58 podcast. I am Morris Champion. Let's get it going. Matter of fact, great day. I ain't gonna take too much of your time. Matter of fact, I gotta go run a little bit, so we're gonna keep this thing pushing. So, as you can see, I got the Zoom going at the same time, so we can do a little screen share at the same time. Also, am recording on another laptop. Honestly, trying to record and Zoom and screen share all on the same laptop. My laptop ain't built for that. It ain't, and I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. I know it's not like that right now, but it is what it is. So, for the full array of topics, full moon's on its way, September 3rd. So looking forward to that. This time is a wild time, man. Moon in Aries is a wild time for me. Just actually getting accustomed with knowing what it is, knowing what it's about, knowing myself, knowing that I have another side that I've been suppressing for decades and just didn't even know it. All the things that people had told me about myself. How come you won't do this? How come you won't do that? Why are you so laid back? Why are you so nonchalant? You don't want to have, what do they call it? You don't want to be like your dad. You don't want to have an anger. You don't want to be angry like your dad or have those type of outbursts, but not realizing that my moon is in Aries. Like, that's the fire. Like, all those times suppressing when I should have been expressing. And that's what happens. You don't express, and you're over here looking like this. You're over here be looking like this. Every time somebody says something, you're looking back like. Those who do not see, the screen share has the, it's Lawrence Fishburne up there. So, of course, and what's love got to do with it? That meme, the famous meme. But anyway, full moon coming. How to live on a therapy budget for those who are not able to pay for therapy, or maybe you just don't want to put yourself in the system, or maybe you're a little hesitant about going in and talking to somebody who is contracted by the state, who can literally turn you over to the state and also medicate you. Now, you may be thinking, hey, I need that. But I'm just saying, there may be other ways of attaining something like that. The NBA back, of course, still watching. Not as much as I used to, but we might get into that. More alive, more as countless brothers and sisters are being shot down in the street as usual. I don't really roll my eye like a bad roll, but it's just like, here we go again. here we go again. With everything going on, there was bound to be something right before, you know what I'm saying, things popped off. What else? What else we got here? Oh yeah, I mean, I'm there too. Face skip the Kabbalion, Kabbalion, which actually was there was something else. There was another book, book club possibly. Still reading, still going through a whole bunch of books, still getting new books. A lot of books. So I'm very excited about the energy and connections that we've been pulling in the past couple months. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So of course on this Q58, we do the who, the what, the when, the where, the why connects to the how. And I really feel, honestly, if you get all of that, you can do some things. You could do some things. You can really expand your mind, really dive into yourself and figure out, what do I do next? Because most of the times, if not all times, you know exactly what to do. You know exactly what to do. Most of the times, you're just fighting with yourself. So when we come back on the Q58, let's talk about how to maneuver on the therapy budget. And what's that like? What's that like? I'll give a little story. March Champ, 131 Zone, Q58. All right, so we've already done that. Little segment, open the segment, 6 minutes. It's nothing, right? It's nothing. It's nothing. Already auto save. All right, so we're gonna look at the therapy. Actually, we can go to etymology, Corinthian. Oh yeah, see, I'm everywhere, Holmes. I'm everywhere. Positive. Night I'm at the one. Official United Washington Day. Oof. Don't know that one. Grand Canyon. Thology. Barium. Education. Better words than education. What's that word? It's erudite. Erudite. Something like that. They keep saying it. I've seen it posted. I just can't. I gotta find it. I'm going to find it. Yeah, let's get that can't out of here. We don't do can't. We do not do can't. But since I am here, let's go ahead and add this now. See, I gotta figure out high pass or low pass. I'll figure it out. I think it's high pass. It may be low pass. I still have to go through that whole thing. Not this, it's something else. We'll figure it out. But what I wanted to do is no, that's not light enough. All right, let's put it up to there. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. And then we'll do this. We'll put a little commercial break in that one. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do one. Let's go ahead and do one. Okay. Why not? We're talking about all off the head. Let go. We're talking about a therapy budget. Therapy budget. Where do you go to access your mind when you cannot pay for it? You don't have a job, or if you do, insurance only covers about 1 or 2 sessions. And what happens if you find out that you have a disability, a mental block, a mental disability that they find in you because you told them about that thing that happened when you were 10. And don't talk about sex around them people. Do not tell them about your sexual desires. Because they will use that in the court of law. You think they won't, but they will. We're talking about a therapy budget. Just talk to yourself. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the 131 Zone. I'm your host, March Champion. This is the Q58 podcast where we ask who, what, when, where, why, how. We connect them all together. We might find out our mind. Now, when we left off, we're talking about how do you create a therapy budget? We only got like 5-10 minutes. We'll talk about it in depth more because I got a nice little story. Excuse me. So as far as therapy goes, not everybody got the chance or the opportunity or whatever may be, quote unquote, stopping you from getting to this point where you are willing to say, all right, there's some things going on in my head, things going on in my mind, and I have to figure them out. I got to find out what they are, or, you're saying to yourself, I got to get out. I got to get out. I got to get out of my head. Or I got to get out of this job. I got to get out of this relationship. I got to get out of this friendship. I got to get out of this house, this environment, this career, like whatever it is. But not everybody trying to go to a psychiatrist, right? Not everybody trying to go to them people. But when you go to them people, things happen. Some things happen for the better. Some things can happen for the worse. Like sometimes you just out here depending on other people. So let's take a look at therapy. Therapy, now, of course, we're doing the etymology. 1846, medical treatment of disease. From modern Latin and therapia, from Greek therapia, curing, healing service done to the sick, awaiting on service. From the therapion, to cure, treat medically, literally, attend, do service, take care of. See therapeutic. So, come on. We're talking about this is how they really feel. What is therapy? When you say you're going to therapy or I need therapy, like this is your edible segment provided by 131 Zone. 131 Zone, where we access the past while in the present to see the future. Edibles, podcast by March Champion on the 131 Zone. So when you talk about therapy, like what's that vibration? That vibration is medical treatment of disease. You are literally saying in your mind, I am diseased. I need help. I need medicine. I need medical treatment. I need them people to come into my mind even though they want you to go to therapy for the shit that they put in your mind, for the shit they program you about. That's crazy. Anyway, so not everybody can do that. Not everyone wants to do that, and not everybody can do that as far as physically, you know what I'm saying, actually like paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you may be able to go to your job to get this stuff done. Maybe you got the hookup. Maybe somebody gave you a voucher, something like that, Medicaid, either one. So what do you do when you can't go see a therapist, or you don't want to, or you're not going to? What do you do? How do you go inside of how do you get to the place where you're going to go inside your mind, where you're going to therapy yourself? Well, if you have nothing else, some people can, as in, matter of fact, let's go to the Kabbalah real quick. I actually made notes. I try to make a lot of notes on here, actually. Let's do the night I met the one. Because in the Kabbalah, actually in the intro is talking about how a lot of people come in with the thought process of, or the thinking that they know everything what's going on. So if you come in with the idea that you already know what's going on, then what's the point? What's the point? What are we doing? So I don't think I put it in my notes. There we go. The purpose of this work is not the enunciation of any special philosophy or doctrine, but rather to give the students a statement of truth that will serve to reconcile the many bits of occult knowledge that they may have acquired, but which are apparently opposed to each other, and which often serve to discourage and disgust the beginner in the study. Our intent is not to erect a new temple of knowledge. That's important. But rather to place in the hands of the student a master key with which he may open the many inner doors in the temple of mystery through the main portals he has already entered. Right there. I mean, what else needs to be said? It's right there. Like, that's the type of, and now, of course, this is from, you're talking about Hermetics, Hermes, Tahuti. So you're going, like, this is bar from bar and bar and bar. With the thought process of, we ain't trying to erect a new temple. Like, when you're trying to, quote unquote, self-therapy yourself, you know what I'm saying? When you're not going to an institution to do this, you're going to yourself, your mind, your brain. You get a little scared. You get a little scared because you're like, it's my brain. I mean, there's too much stuff in there. I can't figure this out. I can't. The more you can't, the more you ain't. The more you don't, the more you won't. That's it right there. But the thing is, it's not our intent to erect a new temple of knowledge. But here you go. Here's some info for you. We'll just put some info for you so you can now, 131 zone, where we access the past while in the present to see our future. 131 zone. It's just like 131 zone when you think about. Now I ain't even know about the Kabbalah when I went through all this. So, hey, but anyway, you've already been through portals. You've already been through dimensions. You've already been through different planes. Your subconscious is your brain has downloaded every single piece of information you've ever come across. All they're trying to do is bridge the gap. Bridge the gap. So, if I am telling you, I'm also telling me that I, you, we, us, we can therapy ourselves. We can talk. How do you do it? How do you do it? With a point, getting to the place where you actually You're telling yourself, I need to do this. It has to be done. You know? The thing is realizing that you have something, you already have something inside of you. It's already there. Everything you need is right there. All your connections that you need is right there. All that newness that you need is right there. All that recovery that you need is right there. All that information that you need is right there. The who, the what, the when, the where, the why, the how, all of it's right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you figure out? Look, you read, you search, you seek out. Like, you're taking away the can'ts and the ain'ts and the won'ts and the don'ts and I don't feel like it and all the things that you're telling yourself that you are putting in your head, and you're reenacting it over and over and over and over and over, to the point where everything's arguing inside of your head. Everything is arguing. Everything. And you're not realizing that you've already gone through portals of information. Like, maybe you've gone through something when you were 9 or something. Something happened when you were 9. And that moment at 9 is one of those building blocks, or this is where it happened. This is where. You can go back to 10 and you can find out who did it. You can go back to when you were 10. You can find out what happened. You can figure out, you can also find the time, where, like where it took place. When. Ask yourself, when? When did that happen? When you were 9? What year? Like, think of the year. Think of the weather that was happening. Think of the time of day. All of that stuff plays a huge part. The who. Who did it? Was it you? Is it something you did? Was it something somebody else did? What happened? Who did it? Who did it? When? When did it take place? What year? Where? Where were you? What was around? What? What was it? What happened? And why? Like, why is it still in your brain? Why is it hidden? Why is it hidden? Why did that moment happen then? There's so many other times where things can happen. Like, that's a big thing. You ever just been riding to work and all of a sudden some moment from 1989 pop up? Like, connection points are real, but when you're sending out that connection of, I want to be connected to my thoughts, I want to be connected to my ancestors, I desire to be connected to the information that I have pushed down or pushed aside so many times. How many times we push that information aside, knowing good and well that's coming back? You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that for sure. If you don't handle that right now. Now, the story I have on self-therapy is probably about 10, 15 minutes long. So we ain't going to do that because it's literally 1:52 and I need to go run my mile for the day. We got to run this mile for the day. So actually, you just been through 20 minutes. 20 minutes is good enough for me. Ain't good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Just breaking down just a little bit of that. Matter of fact, we got a lot going on up here. More Science of America, more educated facts, more directory. When rocks cry out, I am looking for that book. I am going to find that book. Elk's thesis on slavery. I mean, Alderberg, that's the dude. We had the map of the 1500s museum. Oh yeah, that's that Go Army commercial that I was looking at. Therapy, of course. Corinth, because I'm looking at Corinthians, another place in looking up the stuff in Beetlejuice, which is like, wow, I did not know that. Corpus Americum. Yes, I think this is it. Gnosis. This is it. This is it. This is the one. I think I was listening to Bobby Hemmett, who was talking about the Kabbalah, and then he brought up the fact that that is just an excerpt, or just, like a little piece of what the whole thing is. I think it had like the Tahuti had what 20,000 of these, 25,000. This is just a little spot, so definitely trying to get that. Was it here too? But this is just another one. So we're definitely gonna get into that. We're definitely gonna get into that. What else we have here? K2 theology. Look, when I'm listening, karma chemical process, which, think about it, alchemy, right? We're talking about alchemy. It's an actual thing. Like when people say they steal, kill, destroy, take, this is what they mean. This is what they mean. Look at that. Karma tequila. Look at that coat of arms. Look at that coat of arms right there. Get out of here, man. Y'all not fooling nobody. Vedic astrology. Ooh. Last night, great connection point. Last night, while watching the Umbrella Academy, I think episode 8, 9, 7, one of those, one of the characters, Klaus, was being talked to by that black girl. Well, I won't say black, the Moorish lady. And she was telling him that she sings all of his Vedas, which hit a point. I'm like, Veda? Vedic? What? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's someone who's coming to someone's body. Yeah. Typhonian myth. I think this was Bobby Emmett's lecture. Kemet, Hebrew God, Ancient Kemet Spirituality. Alexander Manly, which he owned a printing press in Wilmington, 1898. Oh, okay. Yeah. A whole bunch of fuck shit. You know how they do. They take over shit. Who is this? Monserrat Sabinas. Public. What was this for? Ah, yes. Sabian School. Which I don't think I'm saying that right. Sabian, honestly. I'm not saying it right. Dred Scott case, Islam Creed, White Declaration of Independence, Wilmington, Pre-Adamite Civilization, Sod, which is black, Amazon rainforest fires. Like, I'm just trying to get the temples right and get when the fires happen, because fires, any any mass fire means that somebody trying to cover something up, somebody trying to kill something up. Yucatan technology, a Jesus statue in Brazil, of course. Heru and Zeus, which Zeus is literally just a story of Jesus. A break off of that story. Matter of fact, Helios, Biblios, helipad, all that stuff. Another word for education, but you know, so I think we are at 1:57. Let's go get our clothes on and run. I got my shoes over here. Got some nice little dad shoes that I can run in. So I'm very excited about that. We're gonna go ahead and knock a mile down, maybe a little bit more, come in, take a shower, get ready, go to work. Find something to eat too. I'm hungry. Just a little bit. We got some berries in there. Oh no, I ate all my blackberries. They're all gone. Raspberries are done. Oranges are done. So all I have is watermelon. I do have a salad I can eat. She made curry, but I'm not eating that. And hopefully we'll find a feather. Hopefully on this run we'll find a feather. Looking forward to that. But as of right now, we're going to stop this Q58 podcast on the 131 zone. I am Mars Champion. Access the past while in the present to see your future. Create your home gym. Pull up. I'm pulling up from 30 feet. The audacity. The audacity. You know what it's like when you hit the end and you think you're done, but you still have to hit the end meeting for all. We're going to do both of these at the same time. 1, 2, 3.